So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a player who many believe is the best silver card on FIFA 18. If you've heard of him, you'll know he's currently extinct. Even with his current price range that has a max of 80k, there is still none of this player on the market at the current time. That's right, this guy is more expensive than fellow Brazilian striker Gabriel Jesus. So, who is he? Well, his name is Cristiano da Silva, and he of course himself is a silver. But why does he cost so much? Well, when you see his in-game stats, you'll see why. Brazilian silvers have always been quite popular in Ultimate Team, and when one appears with either like 5-star skills or some very good in-game stats, they normally do get a bit of hype behind them. Now unfortunately, this Cristiano card does not have 5-star skills, he doesn't even have 4-star skills, he's got 3, but he does have some very nice in-game stats, and we'll talk about them in a moment. But first, if you could leave a like on the video, that would be awesome. Also remember to leave a comment letting me know if you've tried this guy and how he was for you. If you have tried him, you're pretty lucky because like I said, he is very rare at the moment. Also, if you could leave a comment just letting me know what other players you'd like me to review, that would be awesome too. So what I'm saying is, leave a comment. Cheers. Right then, let's have a look at his in-game stats. Bearing in mind he is a silver, here are the in-game stats that have made this card so popular. First of all, the obvious, the 90 pace. Most silvers that are popular do tend to have a good bit of pace about them. The 72 finishing, pretty awesome stat for a silver. The 80 shot power is awesome, and of course, that 91 strength. They are probably the standout stats on this card. The 77 dribbling and the 72 agility ain't too bad either. I think he must be one of the only silver cards ever to have a combination of both 90 pace and 90 plus strength. Right then, you saw at the start of the video that I used him in a 4-1-2-1-2 team up top with Gabriel Jesus, as I kinda wanted to compare the two Brazilian strikers. So without further ado, let's get into some in-game clips. So where shall we begin with Cristiano? Well, as expected, he's quick, and when he does make runs in behind the defence, he's going to cause issues for your opponents. And that brings me on to my first point today, which is going to be about his positioning, which as a whole, I thought was okay. However, I did notice he does have a tendency to drift wide. Even when, say, I've got the ball with Jesus and I'm running wide with him, Cristiano, instead of going centrally, which is what I'd want him to do, would occasionally run wide as well, which obviously was a bit frustrating. He's a fun player to run with when he's got possession. He's got great ball control as a whole, and his dribbling for a silver card, I have to say, was pretty damn impressive. Although I will add, he didn't feel as agile as I expected him to. Right then, since he's a striker, let's talk about his shooting. Well, this is going to sound odd, but I actually thought he was better shooting from distance than he was shooting from close range, and I think that's down to his low composure of 57, but I liked his finishing at times, but it just was not consistent at all. I had more success with the power shots than I did with the finesse, which is probably the first time I've said that about a player on FIFA 18. I'll also add that his 4-star weak foot impressed me when it came to shooting across goal. Half his goals came from his weaker left foot. Aerially, he's not too bad either. His jumping isn't great, but of course he is 6 foot, and of course he does have 91 strength, so he does battle pretty well. However, when he does win headers, I have to say, they're not the most accurate headers you're going to come across throughout FIFA. Passing wise, he was okay. He linked up fairly well up front. He was actually robbed of a couple of assists on his record due to some, let's say, poor misses from other players in the team, and you'll see them in the clips. Physically, that strength stat is great, but in all honesty, at times he didn't feel that strong, and I think that was down to his balance, because he could still be knocked around quite a bit. So unless he's already got the beating of a defender, he actually struggled to utilise that high strength stat. So how does Cristiano compare to the OP silvers of previous FIFAs like Agbon Lahore and Mayuka, etc.? He's good, but in all honesty, he is not on the level that they were on in them previous FIFAs. He's good for a silver, but I wouldn't be using him over any semi-decent gold cards. Some games he competed with gold cards and showed some great glimpses, but in others, he showed why he is just a silver. I had fun with him, but I have to say, he is not worth his ridiculous price tag. If you're wanting to try him out, just wait till more come on the market, and definitely wait for his price to drop, because he's not worth 80k, guys. So in summary, he's fast, he's got a good bit of strength about him, and he does have some good shot power. Negatively, his balance is poor and his composure definitely lets him down at times. As a whole, I liked him, but he really does not live up to his price tag. He's good for a silver, but since, to be honest, there really isn't any place for silvers in this year's FIFA, I'd just stick with a much cheaper gold striker option. He does make Gabriel Jesus' price look an absolute bargain. If silver tournaments were still a thing, or there was something like a silver weekend league, he would be one of the first players to consider picking up, but since there isn't, he does have to be compared to gold strikers, and although he is better than some gold options, he isn't miles better than them. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on what is one of the better silver cards on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team in the form of Cristiano da Silva. Hope you've enjoyed this player review. If you have, please remember to leave a like on it. Comment below if you've tried him, how he was for you, and also who you want me to review next. But apart from that guys, thanks for watching, and as always I will catch you in the next one.